Hi, everyone. Carrie Brunslick here, and I just wanted to share with you the top questions that I get. I prepared an entire list of the frequently asked questions. I'm going to run through a couple of them with you guys tonight, and then at the end, if anyone has any questions, I can go ahead and open up for that. So this is being recorded, so I can upload it to YouTube later. So if you have to jump off or if you miss it, then you can check it out there. All right. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Carrie. I'm a stay-at-home mom of three. I am literally a hot mess express. It was probably a little overzealous of me, but I actually scheduled this on a night that my husband is out of town. And so I had to handle bedtime and all of that stuff before getting on here. So that just gives you my level of chaos that I always overstretch myself. Okay. But that being said, 10 months ago, we were living paycheck to paycheck, constantly robbing Peter to pay Paul. I was in the MLM industry for 10 years when in January of 2024, my structure of my MLM business changed and my income immediately went down. We no longer got paid off of recruiting. We no longer got paid based off of our teams. That I had spent 10 years building that culture and that camaraderie together. And I pretended like everything was fine. I was trying to work less so that I had more time with my kids. So my income was going down. I was having to work even more. And it just wasn't feasible for my family anymore. So I pretended like everything was fine for 6 months of 2024. And we were living paycheck to paycheck and we were adding to credit card debt. And then my husband landed in the hospital not once, but twice in June of 2024. And that was my wake up call. He needed a surgery that we could not afford for him to get. He was going to have to get a foot of his colon removed. He was going to have to be out for 6 to 8 weeks with no pay. And we were barely making ends meet as it was. So that's when I realized that I had to figure out another way to be able to make money for my family from home without taking more time away from my little. So I was so used to going out and doing parties and I didn't want to do that anymore. I wanted to spend more time with my kids and still be able to make an income from home. And I saw all these other people doing it, but I just didn't know how to get started. I didn't know what they were doing or how to do it. I had no experience in that vicinity in the online world, if you will. So when I found this simple step-by-step blueprint that literally anyone can do, everyday people like you and me, I am not tech savvy. I don't have experience when I started this. I am not super easy on camera. I'm actually pretty shy when people get to know me. I'm a natural introvert. So when I realized that this was like the least people-y kind of business that I could do while still helping other people that helps fill my cup, I was interested in that. Now, I was scared to get started. I didn't have the extra funds to do it, but I also knew that I was more afraid of doing nothing for 6 months, right? And where we would end up then. What would our life look like if I had done nothing? So I was more afraid of not trying than I was of trying and failing because at this point we were already broke. So what's a little bit more broke, right? So I didn't know there were payment plans. I put it on a credit card. And I'm so glad that I did because I jumped in head first. I learned all the skills that I needed and I started following the steps exactly like they told me. And I was able to make enough money in 2 months for my husband to get that surgery. I launched my business on July 4th, and by September 4th, he got that surgery. He was out for 6 weeks, and my business helped pay for all the bills. We were able to pay for school supplies and school clothes without checking price tags, without putting it on credit cards, and we paid for the holidays in cash. So if you again if you're on here, you're clearly interested, but you just have a couple of more questions. So I wanted to answer some of those for you because these are my top questions. Now I'm not going to go through all of them because I did compile quite a list, but that just means that I can do this a couple more times in the future. All right. So the first one that I get on a regular basis is how much time do I realistically need to commit each day to this? And here's what I'm going to tell you is if you can commit 2 to 3 hours, and so it's 2 hours for your income producing activities and the extra hour is for training. Okay. So your 2 hour workday is your income producing activities. And then that third hour, it could be 30 minutes, it could be an hour. I like to say that Monday through Friday, I turn my car into my university. And so I just listen to training while I'm in the car, while I'm driving the kids around, or while I'm doing chores. So if I'm cooking, cleaning, doing laundry, stuff like that, I'm probably listening to a training call. So that is realistically what I put into my business every single day. Now, here's the thing is that that's Monday through Friday. And the weekends, I don't actually like to work. So because I want to spend all the time with my family, and I'm sure you do too. So I actually batch a couple extra drafts of videos. So for those of you who don't know, the 2 hour workday consists of making 3 pieces of content, answering people's comments and questions that comment on your stuff, copying and pasting free ads on free ad websites. And then if you are comfortable to do so, this is not required. This is not obligatory. This is just something extra. You can go live a couple of times a week. Okay. So what I do is I add a couple of extra videos throughout the week so that I have some to post on the weekends. And that way I don't have to work on the weekends. I might check my social media when I'm posting and I might answer people's comments and questions, but I don't feel like I have to put in the full 2-hour workday on Saturday and Sunday. It's not that kind of game. I was just on vacation last week and I barely put in any time whatsoever. I think I made probably 10 videos throughout the week. And 6 of them were while I was sitting in the car while my baby was napping. So realistically, you do not actually have to invest tons and tons of time into this business. And that is why I love this business, because when I was in my MLM business, the parties were super fun. That was the fun part. What the not fun part was the behind the scenes, the back orders, ordering stuff, shipping out back orders, being on my phone constantly, trying to chase parties, chase sales, cold message people. I didn't want to do that anymore. And so with this business, I don't have to do that anymore. There's no cold messaging. There's no spamming friends and family. You don't ever have to get on the phone with somebody. So I love that about this business. Okay. So experience and skills. Do I need to be tech savvy to get started? No, my friend. Actually, this Zoom recording I was late to it because I jumped on, and of course my Zoom needed to be updated like 3 different times right before I started this meeting. And I swear that iZorch technology, I don't know what it is about technology that just does not like me. And 90% of the time, it's just like half-assing it for me. So no, you do not have to be tech savvy. This program literally teaches you soup to nuts, how to start a social media account if you don't already have one, how to make a video, whether it's an Instagram reel, a Facebook reel, or a TikTok video, or a YouTube video, no matter what platform you want to utilize. It teaches you step by step by step, like they're teaching a kindergartner. So if you need that kind of hands-on help, you can get that through the program. All right. So you do not have to be tech savvy in order to utilize this business whatsoever. Okay. So one of the top ones, of course, is how much does it cost to get started? And here's what I'm going to tell you is that we have 4 different programs, and people always see the most expensive one and want to start with that one. But they're like, I don't have the money to start there. Okay. Most of us don't. If you're looking for other ways to make an income to replace or supplement something, most of us don't have an extra $900 lying around. Okay. So we have 4 different programs for all different budgets. We have the $100, $300, $600, and $900 programs. All right. So here's the difference between the 4. Is that the $100 program, I like to call it, it is called the Launchpad, but I like to call it your get your foot in the door, because most of us can find a way to make $100, right? Selling stuff on a Facebook marketplace, or babysitting a couple of nights in a month, or mowing people's lawns, whatever. Like, we could figure out a way to make $100 so that we can start this business. And then you're going to learn the skills that you need to be able to make $100 days and be able to save up that money so that you can upgrade to the $900 program. You can always upgrade later. Okay. The $300 program is going to give you 2 income streams. The $300 and the $100 programs are yours to sell and learn from. Not only that, you're going to have extra training in that $300 program because you've got 2 courses instead of 1. Same with the $600 one. All right. Now you've got 3 streams of income. You've got extra training. All right. This is teaching you attraction marketing. No more cold messaging people, no spamming friends and family, no trying to recruit people. You are marketing yourself. You are marketing these programs that you have, and you get to earn while you learn. Okay. And then the last one is our $900 program that has all 4 programs inside. It has all the training that you could possibly want. It has all 4 income streams. But on top of that, you're going to get an exclusive training every single Tuesday. Okay. So what that is that it's a private, specifically for the people who have the $900 program, and it gets added back into the program so that that program is continuously growing. Think of it like a Hogwarts book, because the industry is constantly getting more information and more training. So you're going to go ahead and think of it like the value is increasing, but you never have to pay more. Okay. It's a one-time investment and a one-time website fee. All right. So those are the 4 programs, and I offer payment plans on every single one of them. If you feel like you can't get approved for a payment plan, or maybe you want to do like $300 down and then do a $600 payment plan, we can figure that out together. Okay. So if you have questions like that, respond to an email that I sent you, or place it in the comments below. Okay. All right. Oh, The next one, is there a payment plan? Yes. All right. So is there a payment plan? Yes, there's a payment plan for all four programs. And if you get the $900 program, most people have $0 down. So you can get started for $0. All you have to do is pay for the website fee. So that's $39. All right. And then most people don't have to pay the first payment for the first month. And on average, it's a short investment. This is what I love about this, is that on average, people are making their money back within 7 days of launching their website. All right. Most people make their first sale in 7 days because you're following the module launch to profit in 7 days. Okay. So remember, there's payment plans for all of them, and they're offered through Klarna and Afterpay. All right. Will I have support if I get stuck? Yes. This is one of the things that I love about this program is the community that you're going to get access to as well. So you're going to get lifetime access to this community on Skool that's full of like-minded individuals. I like to think of it as like a giant mastermind group. Okay. You're going to have people that you can ask questions. You can comment on each other's stuff. You can cheer each other on. You're going to post your wins. And there's tons more training in there every single day. So we go on these 90-day runs. And basically what that is that every single day for 90 days, you're going to have a 5 to 10 minute quick video that's giving you a little bit of information and action step so that you can get even better at what you're doing. All right. It's awesome. So we are actually right now, this is April of 2025. If you're watching the replay, we are actually almost to the end of our 90-day run. And this month we were focusing on how to make 10K in April. So you're learning the skills that you need in order to build up your business so that you can make 10K in a month. And then you're never going to lose those skills. So then you can go ahead and do it again the next month and the next month and the next month. And then you're going to start learning how to create multiple streams of income as well. All right, I'm going to go ahead and answer one more question for you guys, and then I am going to shut this down, or actually open it up for questioning if anybody has questions. All right. So is the product already created, or do I have to make my own? That is a big deal for a lot of people, especially for me, because I was in the boat where I needed something that was done for me that I was going to be able to turn around and sell and make a profit on sooner rather than later. Excuse me. Sooner rather than later, because my husband needed that surgery and I didn't have time to build a website. I'm not techie. I didn't have time to create something. I didn't even know what I was going to create and what I was going to offer. So this program is what you're going to offer. So not only are you going to take the program, you're going to learn from the program. It's like taking a college course, but you're able to turn around and sell it for 100% profit. Infinity times. It's called Master Resale Rights. Go ahead and Google it so that you can see that it is above board, because that's exactly what I did. I am a rule follower. So if you are looking into this, master resale rights means that the person who created the program gave everybody master resale rights. So when you sell the program to someone, you can sell it 100 thousands, millions, infinity times. They can sell it hundreds of thousands, infinity times. Okay. So you have the rights to resell the program over and over and over again for 100% profit. That is the beauty of this business. It is done for you. You don't have to create anything. You don't have to be crafty. You don't have to be tech savvy. But the beauty of it also is that it will teach you how to do those things. So if in the future you want to add extra streams of income, you want to learn how to create digital products that you can sell for 100% profit, you can add those to your repertoire, if you will, your portfolio. Okay. All right, guys. So those are the few questions that I'm going to go ahead and answer with this session. I do want to make this kind of a regular thing. So if you liked it, please drop it in the comments below if you're watching the replay, if it was helpful for you, if you felt like you enjoyed the content. And I'm going to go ahead and stop recording and then open up for questioning.